everyone, good day and welcome to yet another edition of Sports Hub with Ebere. My name is Ebere Oji, your anchor or your host on the show being aired on Spotify for podcasters. Here on the show, we bring to you live updates on sporting events, games, and activities all over the world. You are welcome once again. Today is the 25th day in the month of January 2025, and in Melbourne, Australia, we had the matchup, more like a final of finals. It was the Australian Open, the first Grand Slam of the year. Australian Open women's singles finals. It was played today in the morning, and we had back-to-back Australian Open champion, back-to-back Grand Slam champion, as a two-time Australian Open champion, Aryna Sabalenka, take on Madison Keys. This is Madison Keys' first ever, I won't really say it's first ever final, but then when you look at the trajectory as to how she came to this final, she defeated the likes of Iga Swiatek and Rabakina, like a whole lot of top shots in the competition, right? She defeated world number 6, world number 2, and she was set to face none other than Aryna Sabalenka in a court that has been termed an Aryna Sabalenka's own turf. Like, this is a court that Aryna Sabalenka knows very, very well. It's a favorite turf of hers because she has been back-to-back. 2023, she won there, the first Grand Slam of the year. That's the Australian Open at Melbourne. 2024, she did same thing, and now a newbie. I won't really call Madison Keys, because if you are to defeat world number 6, world number 2, that is Iga Swiatek, one of the top shots in tennis. That means like you know what you're all about. The first set, Madison Keys won the first set against Aryna Sabalenka. In fact, I was in class when the game started up. I was caught up between trying to listen to what my tutor was saying and kind of following the live updates at the Australian Open. She won the first set because, of course, it's 3 sets. She won the first set 6-3. The second set, Aryna Sabalenka won it 6-2. And the final set was, in fact, no one refused. Everybody, they were playing well. At some point, it was 3-3, 3-4, 4-4, then 5-6, sort of. Yeah, 5-6, with Madison Keys taking the lead. It was in Aryna Sabalenka's own serve that she lost. Yeah, so the match ended. The third set ended 7-5. So in total, Madison Keys won by 6-3, 2-6, 7-5. Madison Keys is world number 19. You can imagine world number 19 defeating world number 1. That's a huge upset. I felt bad, to be frank. I was like, now why now? Why did this have to happen now? I was looking forward to the Belarusian Latin Aryna Sabalenka. I was actually looking forward to her winning a three-peat. I can't remember the last time we had a three-peat. It's been a long time. So I was looking forward to her kind of breaking that distance, making history today, but it didn't happen. So, well, kudos to Madison Keys. Well deserved. She played her heart out in this last set. In the third set, she did extremely well. And chin up, Aryna Sabalenka. She still remains the world's favorite. She still remains number 1 despite it all. She still remains, and I believe she would go back. I know definitely she's not happy. She cried and all that, which is normal. You're human, and you've gone all the way. You're looking forward to getting your third Australian Open Grand Slam of the year, like back to back 3 times in a row. It would have been massive for her, but then it didn't happen. So chin up, Aryna Sabalenka. You did well coming to the final, making the third. You're making back-to-back finals 3 times is a huge. Most people do first and second. They don't make it to the third time in quick succession. It's a good one. So it's not that you finish second it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Most people started this competition, but they were not fortunate enough to have gotten to the last wrap of it. So kudos Aryna Sabalenka, and kudos Madison Keys. She is from America, and it's been a long time an American won the Grand Slam. She said this is her very first Grand Slam, the first of many to come. By tomorrow, it's gonna be Alexander Zverev and Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner is the defending champion of the Australian Open. Are we going to see an upset in that as well? Let's see what happens. Now, moving on to the games. Of course, we have EPL games today. We've got games that will be played today. The games will be starting up very, very, very soon. Very, very, very soon. Yes, we've got games that we play today, and I'm going to roll them out for for all of us to more like talk on them, more like a pre-match analysis of the games that will be played today. Yes. Well, we did talk about the Champions League, of course, and of course the Europa League. Manchester United won against Rangers. Like, it was at the tip. The game was it would have ended in a 1-1 draw. But United, Bruno Fernandes scored the last. It was at injury time that he scored the winning goal. Yeah, he scored the winning goal. The game ended 2 goals to 1. 2 goals to 1. Finally, Man United returned back to winning ways at Old Trafford. So it's a good one. It's a good one for them. So kudos. Now, moving on to the games for today. First off, in the WSL, we have Aston Villa playing against Manchester. Aston Villa women, rather. Aston Villa women took, because the game is ended already. The game has ended. This is game week 12 in the WSL, and Aston Villa women played against Manchester City women. That game ended 4 goals to 2 in favor of Manchester City women. I was not even doubting it because, of course, Aston Villa, they are not. They are on 8th place with 10 points. While Manchester City women are on 2nd place presently with 25 points. Arsenal women, they are yet to play, because Arsenal women, they are on 24 points. They are yet to play. They just played 11 games. So Man City women won against Aston Villa women by 4 goals to 2. I was not. It's not even a subject for debate. I just knew that Man City women will be winning this game against Aston Villa women. Now, moving on to the EPL, we've got Bournemouth will take on Nottingham Forest. By the way, today is Espirito de Santos' birthday. He clocked 53 or 51. Yeah, he I know he's in his 50s anyway. He's in his 50s. He's in his 50s. So, congratulations and happy birthday. Yes, he's 51. Today is his birthday, 25th January 1974. Today he clocked 51 years old. And, well, happy birthday, Nuno Espirito de Santos, the manager, the head coach for Nottingham Forest. They take on Bournemouth at Bournemouth Vitality Stadium by 4 p.m. The lineup is out. It's same of same. These players that have, and both teams, they've been doing well. To be frank, I can't even see an L in their result. In the last 5 games Bournemouth has played, Bournemouth has won 3 and they've drawn 2. In the last 5 games Nottingham Forest has played, they've won 4 and drawn just 1. The last time a Nottingham Forest side lost a game was at the second week of December. It was against Manchester City. The game ended 3 goals to 0. Since then, it's been W's all through and just one draw, and that draw was against Liverpool. Yes, it was against Liverpool. They've been winning games, scoring beautiful goals. Wood has been outstanding. They've got runners in the persons of Odoi and Elanga. We've also got Gibbs White, and they've got an impressive defense line. So it is going to be a huge task for Bournemouth. Bournemouth has always, if you're looking at their head-to-head, Bournemouth has always, I won't really say always, like in the past 5 games, both teams have played against each other. Bournemouth has won 8 of the, in the last, give or take, in the last 20 games, in their last 20 meetings overall, Bournemouth has won 8, they've drawn 8, and Nottingham Forest has won just 4. In their last 5, Nottingham Forest has not been able to defeat a Bournemouth side. In fact, in their last 5, it's been 2 wins for Bournemouth and 3 draws. They shared spoils 3 times. Nottingham Forest, they have not been able to crack a Bournemouth side. But Nottingham Forest has been one of the most outstanding teams today. Probably to celebrate Nuno Espirito de Santos' birthday, more like a birthday gift. 3 points would be good. Wood and his how we call them friends? Well, they are friends. Wood and his teammates will want to make their manager happy by gifting him or ensure that they get all 3 points. Let us take a look at the lineup. For Bournemouth, we have Kepa Arrizabalaga in between the sticks. Lewis Cook in the defense line. We have 4-2-3-1. Yes, 4-2-3-1. The traditional 4-2-3-1. Lewis Cook, Zabanil, Dean Hodgson, Milos Kakes. Then that's for their defense line. Then for the midfield, we have Ryan Christie and Tyler Adams. For the midfielders, as in defensive midfielders, we have Ryan Christie and Tyler Adams. Then Up front, the attackers, we have David Brooks, Justin Kluivert. He has been great in the last few games that he has been either he's scoring or he's assisting. So it's going to be a huge one for Bournemouth for Areola. Areola is their head coach. So we have Justin Kluivert playing as a 10 and Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo has been outstanding. Liga is good. Then finally we have Dango Autora. Dango Autora is the lone striker. For Nottingham Forest, we have Chris Wood. Okay, let me start from the defense line. Of course, they have Matt Sels. Matt Sels is a Belgium goalkeeper. Matt Sels is a Belgium goalkeeper, and he has been great. Like he has been great in between the sticks for Nottingham Forest. So he is the goalkeeper for Nottingham Forest. Yes. Then for the back line, still the same 4-2-3-1, the same formation that Bournemouth has as well. So for Nottingham Forest, it's still the same 4-2-3-1. We have Nico Williams, Muro, Milinkovic, Ola Aina, our very own Ola Aina. Then in defensive midfield positions, like we have Elliot Anderson and Ryan Yates. Then up front, Jota Silva, Antonio Langa, and as a 10, Morgan Gibbs White. Then of course Agbalagba. Chris Wood is living his dream. He has scored a couple of goals. Like he just signed a new contract extension, and it's a good one. He's 33, and for for the fact that he signed a new contract simply means that Nottingham Forest are happy with his services. He has scored over 14 goals this season, 14 goals for Nottingham Forest this season, and I tip him to score. Of course, he's in my FPL. I tip him to score today. Will Nottingham Forest be able to break the jinx against a Bournemouth side? Because in the last 5 games, it's been Bournemouth 2 wins for Bournemouth, 3 draws for both sides, and no win against Bournemouth for Nottingham Forest. Let's see what happens. That game will be kicking up very soon by 4 p.m. Then the next game we have over 4 games that we played by 4 p.m. Brighton will take on Everton. Everton fine, they did well against Tottenham Serie. Brighton, they've been outstanding. Brighton, they won against Manchester United at Manchester United's home turf. I see Brighton winning this game against David Moyes' side, Everton. Same 4 p.m. we have Liverpool versus Ipswich. It's a straight win for Liverpool. No, like Salah should be scoring goals in this game. Same 4 p.m. Southampton versus Newcastle. Southampton is it's not. I'm not saying Southampton will not relegate. It is. We are all waiting for when it becomes official. Do you understand? At the background, we know Southampton will be relegated. They just have 6 points from the games played this season. All through the season, we've played 21 games. This is going to be the 22nd game of the season, right? And we have those. If you're playing, this is 20. This is going to be the 22nd. Now we have like 16 more games, and so far, Southampton has just gotten just 6 points out of 22 games. I don't see them. We've played 22 games. It's the 23rd game. Yes, it's the 23rd game that will be played this week. This is game week 23, and so far in 22 games, Southampton has just gotten 6 points. It is not if we dare relegate. Definitely, they're going to relegate. They have lost 18 games this season. Just 1 win, 3 draws, 18 games. That is terrible. That is what terrible, like terrible, terrible, terrible. It does not make sense at all. They will be going home. They are going home. They are going home, to be frank. So it is Southampton at home at St. Mary's Park against a Newcastle side. Newcastle lost their last game. The last game they played. Yes, so it is Southampton versus Newcastle at Southampton's home turf. Then 4 p.m. we have Wolves. The same 4 p.m. Like I said earlier, we have 4 games that we played by 4 p.m. Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. Brighton will take on Everton. Liverpool will take on Ipswich Town. Southampton will take on Newcastle. And finally, for 4 p.m., we have Wolves versus Arsenal. Arsenal would want to return back to winning ways at home in the league, not in the Champions League. They do well in the Champions League, but in the league, it's as though, I don't know, you don't score goals and end up conceding goals that, you don't score 2 goals and end up conceding two goals in 8 minutes. It doesn't speak well for. So, Wolves are struggling. No, I understand that they've changed manager. It's not really been it for them in the last 5 games. So far, they have lost 3, they've won 1, and they've drawn 1. Arsenal, in their last 5 games, they've won 2, they've lost 2, and they've drawn 1. It's I see an Arsenal winning this game. I know it's an away game. But I see an Arsenal winning this game. I'm looking at the formation he has. It's a good thing that Waneri is back. And he has, he's been slotted in sharp into the starting lineup. We have up front. He's playing a 4-3-3. That's Mikel Arteta. We have Lewis Skelly, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba and Jurien Timber in the four backline defense. Up front, in front of the defense, we have Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Thomas Partey. Then, oh wow, there's no Odegaard. Yes, Odegaard is out injured. Yes. Odegaard has a knock. He has a knock. So it's going to be a top, but then it's Wolves. I don't see Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Thomas Partey. Then up front, the three at the front, we have Gabriel Martinelli, Leandro Trossard, and Ethan Waneri. So it's an okay team for Wolves. We have Jose Sa in between the sticks. Oh, sorry. For Arsenal, in between the sticks is none other than David Raya, their goalkeeper. So in between the sticks for Wolves, we have Jose Sa. At the back, they are playing a 3-4-2-1. Matt Doherty, Santiago Bueno, Emmanuel Abodu. He is from Ivory Coast. Yes, he's a defender from Ivory Coast. Nelson Samedo, I guess, yes, they have wing backs. Yeah. Nelson Samedo, Andre, Joe Gomez, Alt Nori. Yes, Alt Nori. Then the two forwards up front, we have Pablo Sariba and Matthews Cunha. And then finally, we have Jogan Strand Larsen. Jogan Strand Larsen. So it's a 3-4-2-1. I believe if they're defending, it's going to be a 5-2-3. Okay, it's going to be a 5-2-2-1 if they are defending. But if they're on the attack, it's a 3-4-2-1. It's going to be an interesting game. Victor Pereira is the manager, the new manager for Wolves. So we'll see what happened. The last game they played in the EPL, they lost to Chelsea by 3-1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3-1. So let's see what happens in this game. The game will be played at Wolves home turf by 4 p.m. Then the game of games will be played by 6:30 p.m. It is none other than Manchester City versus Chelsea. Chelsea fans will be like, would have just played Man City when they were doing their bonanza. You know, when Man City was losing back-to-back games, drawing games, Chelsea would have just, because Chelsea was in red hot form then. But playing the Man City today. Man City lost against PSG in the Champions League. They were winning the game by 2-0 at the 53rd minute. But 3 minutes after Haaland scored, PSG equalized and the game ended 4-2. 4-2. So you're looking at Pep Guardiola and you ask yourself, what exactly is going to happen today against Chelsea? Chelsea, in their last 6 games, they've won one. You know, it's not, they just return back to winning ways against Wolves. One thing about Chelsea is that when you convert your chances, generally in football, not just Chelsea, when you convert your chances in games, you win the game. When you don't convert your chances, the likes of Jackson, when you don't convert chances, clear-cut chances, you don't win games. And when your opposition converts their chances, they win the game. It is as plain as an A4 white paper, right? So if you convert your chances, definitely you win games. If you don't, you won't win games. Looking at the league table, Chelsea are currently on fourth place with 40 points, while Man City are on fifth place with 38 points. A win for Chelsea will take them. They will still remain in fourth place, right? They will still remain in fourth place, but with 43 points. Yes, 43 points now, and it's more like five points ahead of a Manchester City side. A win for Manchester City will take them into fourth place, back to Champions League places. And a win, yes, that's it. And a win for Newcastle would also take Newcastle ahead of Chelsea. Should Chelsea lose today? So everybody from the first down to the seventh, they all, in fact, even to the eighth, they need to win games. Else, it's gonna be terrible. From the first down to the seventh game, anything can happen. So let's see what happens at the end of the day. It is Manchester City versus Chelsea. Who do you think will be winning this game at the end of the day? Because Manchester City, their new signings, the likes of Omar Mamouche and Victor Reyes, as most of the new players they got in, from the look of things, it's likely that they will be, participating at some point in this game, because they said they are already. They'll be in the starting. They might not really be starting. They might be starting from the bench. But Omar Mamouche, so far this season, he has scored 20 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt and 14 assists. He is a player Chelsea would not like to fail, because people are saying, fine, he just came in, blah blah blah. You never can tell. Because he's a new player. Quite all right. You never can tell what will happen. Okay, unknown. Okay, it looks as though Mamamush is out injured, but of course the lineup will be out very very soon. Hopefully by 5 or 5:30, we will see the lineup for that game. The game will play by 6:30. What are your predictions in that game? Chelsea needs to win. Man City needs that win to return back to winning ways, because in the last a couple of games they've played, each time they lose this is each time they lose in the Champions League, they end up losing in the it has happened 3 times this season. Anytime they lose in the Champions League, they end up losing games. Like, it has happened in the last 3 times in all competitions for Pep. Like, since he joined Man City, anytime they lose in the Champions League, the next game that comes after the Champions League is likely they either drop points in drawing or they lose. So let's see what happens at the end of the day. Will the likes of Jackson and Co turn up? Looking at the defense line, Chelsea's defense line is compact, but then there's a Robert Sanchez. Will Sanchez play his best game today? We really don't know. We really can't say until the lineup comes out. But I feel Enzo Maresca, that is the head coach or the gaffer for Chelsea, will be maintaining the lineup that played against. It's a senior lineup, as these guys are not novices. We have Rhys James, Tosi Adarabioyo, Trevor Chaloba, and Marco Correa. But the four of them, they would maintain their starting positions in this game against Manchester City. Let's see what happens. This Hall played. Caicedo played. Enzo is still out injured. Jadon Sancho, Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke. It could be Noni Madueke or Pedro Neto. Then we have Jackson up front. Let's see what happens. Then for a Man City side, it's still the same 4-2-3-1. Edison in between the sticks. Matthews Nunes, Akonji, John Stones, Josko Gavadol. We have Breno Silva, Mateo Kovacic, then up front Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, Jack Grealish, and Erling Haaland. Jack Grealish might or might not start. We could be seeing a Savinho starting this game ahead of Jack Grealish. Let's see, like I said earlier, let's see what happens in the end. What are your predictions? These are the games that will be played in the EPL today being the 25th day in the month of January 2025. I'm going to take them again. Match week 23 in the EPL. We have Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest. The games will be starting up very, very soon. Bournemouth versus Nottingham Forest today by 4 p.m. Brighton will take on Everton by 4 p.m. Liverpool will take on Ipswich Town by 4 p.m. Southampton, that are about to be relegated, will take on Newcastle. Newcastle lost their last game. That was against Bournemouth at home. So Southampton versus Newcastle United by 4 p.m. And finally, Wolves versus Arsenal by 4 p.m. The last game for today is the game that we played at the Etihad. Yes, it's the game we played by the game we played by 6:30 p.m. and it is Manchester City versus Chelsea. What are your predictions? Can you state your predictions in the comment section? Today, also in the La Liga, we have Mallorca versus Real Betis. So far, the game is a goalless draw as it stands now. This is just the 86th minute of the game. By 4:15, we have Atletico Madrid versus Atletico Madrid will take on Villarreal by 4:15 p.m. Then 6:30 we have Sevilla will take on Espanyol, and finally by 9 p.m. Real Valladolid will take on Real Madrid. It should be a straight win for Real Madrid. Real Madrid in their last 3 games they've scored 3+ goals in all competitions. So I don't see them drawing this game or losing this game against Real Valladolid. This should be a straight win for them. Yes, in the Bundesliga we have Augsburg. So far they just kicked off their game against FC Heidenheim. The game is a goalless draw so far. 16th minute in also, we also have Borussia Dortmund are taking on Werder Bremen. Is a goalless draw. Freiburg is taking on Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich did not win their last game. It was in the Champions League. They lost to Feyenoord. They had 6 shots on target against a Feyenoord side, but Feyenoord had 3 shots, and those 3 shots were converted to goals. Yeah, now Harry Kane has scored. He finally scored a goal that is not a penalty, but the goal came from 2 former teammates in Tottenham. They used to play for Tottenham before, but now they are teammates in Bayern Munich. It is Harry Kane scoring with an Eric Diaz assist. Yeah, the game is a goal to 1 so far, and they have played 18 minutes. Freiburg 0, Bayern Munich 1. Mainz is taking on VfB Stuttgart. It is still goalless draw. RB Leipzig is taking on Bayer Leverkusen. This game, Bayer Leverkusen should be winning this game fair and square. Then finally, in the Bundesliga by 6:30, we have Borussia Mönchengladbach to take on VfL Bochum. In the Serie A, we have Como 1907. It is a stunner because Como presently in the first half is about to end. They are currently winning against Atalanta. They are playing against Atalanta. Yes, this is Fabregas Como 1907. They are winning Atalanta by a goal to nil. I know anything can happen in the second half, but this first half for Puntas that carried or that have Como in their tickets saying any other to win other half or more. Como is currently winning other half. They are winning the first half of the game. It is Nico Pais that scored the first goal of the game at the 30th minute. I'm looking at the lineup now and I'm asking, is Ola playing? He is okay. He's playing. He's not sorry. It's Ademola Lukman playing. People have been saying, why is it that the manager keeps keeping him on the bench, Well, he's playing now and they are trailing a goal to nil. Anything can happen. We have 45 more minutes to play. The first half is not yet done. Anything, like I said earlier, anything can happen. Anything can happen. Yes, Macho Retegi is also playing, I can see that there is no CDK. CDK is not playing. Charles, the Keselare is not playing. We call him CDK. He's not playing. He's on the bench. Probably he might be one of the trump cards. The likes of Nicolo Zaniolo. CDK might come in. Ro Patricio is actually here. Okay, fine. Now Sulemania, Mario Pasalic, Nico Zaniolo, like CDK, they might be his trump cards. That is Gasparini's trump cards in the second half. But let's see what happens. But so far, there's an upset at Como's home turf. It is Como 1 and Atalanta nil. The first half is almost over. The first half is almost over. Napoli will take on Juventus by 6 p.m. and finally Empoli will take on Bologna by 8:45 p.m. That is for the Serie A. In the Ligue 1, we have AS Monaco. AS Monaco will take on Rennes by 5 p.m. Strasbourg did well against Marseille side at Marseille's home turf. Strasbourg, they drew that game 1-1. So Strasbourg will take on Lille. They will continue their impressive form at home. In the competition generally, yes, it is Lille, Strasbourg versus Lille by 7 p.m. And finally by 9:05, that is 5 minutes past 9, it is PSG versus Reims. Hopefully, PSG fans will be seeing their new signing. Kvaratskhelia, he might be playing that game against Reims, and this is against the backdrop of an impressive outing at home against a Manchester City side that were winning the Champions League group stage or league stage game, the seventh game of the league stage game, by 2-0 at the 53rd minute. But what happened? Alas, at 94 minutes or at full time, it was 4-2 in favor of Luis Enrique's PSG side. So I feel PSG, yes, they are topping the league, but I feel they are in a good mood. They would end up winning against Reims. Those are the games that will be played today in the EPL, in the Serie A, in the Bundesliga, in the La Liga, and finally in the Ligue 1. Yes, in the Ligue 1. I will take the EPL games once again. Bournemouth will take on Nottingham Forest by 4 p.m. Brighton will take on Everton. Liverpool will take on Ipswich. Southampton will take on Newcastle. Then finally, Wolves will take on Arsenal. By all these 4 games I listed will be played by 4 p.m. Then by 6:30 p.m. we have Manchester City. Manchester City will take on Chelsea. It is Omoshe. Omoshe will finally go and play against his Oga. Let's see who ends up becoming the Omoshe. Is it going to be Enzo? No. Of course, Pep is a great coach. Do you understand? I just hope that Enzo Maresca will not be sentimental, because in the first meeting of the season, it ended 2-0 in favor of Manchester City. It was played at Stamford Bridge. Now, Chelsea, they are returning back to winning ways. A good one against Wolves, and they'll be playing against Man City that has not been hit in a couple of games now. Let's see what happens. Kindly state your predictions in the comment section. Thank you so much. In the NPFL, we have Nasarawa United. This is the 89th minute. Nasarawa United are winning against Katsina United by a goal to nil. Enugu Rangers are drawing. It is a 1-1 against Niger Tornadoes. Later on, very soon, by 4 p.m., Sunshine Stars will take on Ikorodu City. And finally, 4:15 p.m., Abia Warriors will take on Bayelsa United. What are your predictions? Kindly state your predictions in the comment section. This is all we have for today. Thank you so much for everyone that tuned in, for everyone that clicked to listen. Thank you very, very much. You can actually follow us as well on YouTube, Rahen Sports. Rahen Sports is spelled Rahence, Raheh. ENCE Sports as one word. Rahen Sports on YouTube or at one Ryan Sports. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of it. And may the best team win. We all are going to enjoy a game or games of football today. Thank you very much. My name remains Ebere Oji, and all the best today. May the best team win. And this is me saying bye.